Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm on a journey to grow and expand here on YouTube. This is a video a day series where I'm posting one video every single day to YouTube as best as I can, disciplined and consistent. So, in hopes to have an experiment of growing and hopefully reaching more people than not on YouTube to ultimately have more freedom creatively and mentally and physically, all of the things. So, if that is something you're interested in tuning into, be sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, maybe share and comment some of your challenges and experiences, and maybe some experiments that you're doing within this year of 2025. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you on the inside. Bye! So, because I've been doing a bit of personal house upkeep and stuff today, because I have the day off, I wanted to bring you a little bit into my world with my tarot and some of the things that I do to take care of mind, body, and soul. So today I did quite a bit of things for the house, for my mind, for my body, and now I'm about to dive a little bit more into spirit, even though I have touched a little bit of all these things already. I just want to kind of round out my day, and this is most of the time ultimately what I feel really called to do. Like I just get pulled to it, and it's just almost like the not consequential, when something comes after the next, like ABCD. What's the thing I'm trying to think of? This is why it's important to let yourself like rest and reflect and stuff. But um, yeah, maybe consequential, consequential. Whatever the word is, I digress. Um, I feel naturally pulled to certain things after I've done certain other things. And one of those things is my tarot cards and my oracle decks, and giving myself a little bit more of that space to have a conversation or just reflect or contemplate or um, just in general, I find it really heart centering where I can come back into a place of stillness within my mind and within my body and within the soul embodied through this experience. So I wanted to share a little bit of all of that and what I was working on today while I dive through some of these cards and maybe even talk about them and what I'm experiencing as I read them. So stay tuned if that is something you're interested to see as well. As I firmly believe that everything and everyone is connected some way, somehow, how about if you are watching this and maybe you have a question on your own that you would like to receive more clarity on, or just dive a little bit deeper into yourself today, go ahead and set the intention to receive whatever that is while we go into it. And I wanted to light my candle, so I usually give myself a little prayer and blessing, and I'll say, I light this candle to acknowledge the light in me is the light within the all, and I am whole and complete as I am. I look forward to this connection as reflection and contemplation to my highest and greatest good. And I'm going to cleanse and bless the space a little bit with this Palo Santo. It's very heart opening, but a soft feminine touch, along with the rose incense that I'm burning in this little moon ceramic that one of my dear sisters gave to me on my birthday, or actually for Christmas, for the holiday season. Cleanse this space for all energy to be of love and light only, and ask that my higher self, guides, angels, and God's source bless this space to bring in that which is of love and light. And because I actually, as you can see, or maybe not see, there's a bunch of wax on the table, so I'm actually going to blow this out because I need to clean up all of this, so maybe that'll be part of my ceremony of self today, but I'm going to blow it out so it doesn't leak out anymore, but this is the intention that I set, and this is what I claim. So I know, my spirit knows, my soul knows, the divine and my guides of what I'm working with through the cards and this space today is brought to the light of this candle. So thank you for being present. Thank you for your gifts of guidance, awareness, and protection. And I felt really called to a couple of decks today for no in particular reason other than they were just standing out when I looked at them. The colors and maybe symbols, whatever it is that was catching my eye. I just followed that and went straight to these cards. So when I cleanse the deck, I'm shuffling kind of like you would a normal deck of cards, but I have my own way of bringing my intention to the table while I am doing this. So I cleanse and clear any energy of the old, stagnant, or stale that doesn't serve my highest and greatest good, allowing what is meant to be in this present moment to be, and to receive it through my heart center that is full of clarity and understanding and light. And then I bless the deck by separating it into a pile. Bless this deck to receive it in its highest light. And I ask now that my highest and greatest good be present. If that's my higher self, God and the divine, my guides that are one and the same with me in every moment. Just bridging the space that maybe otherwise had felt distant before, bringing them closer together and connecting through the quantum field and directly to my heart center. I ask, because this is a divine feminine deck, I'm going to ask what divine feminine energy wants to be present with me on this day? What divine feminine energy has a message for me on this day? And I usually switch up how I shuffle because I just do, and it's whenever I feel called. Sometimes I'll shuffle long ways, sometimes I'll shuffle widthwise, but today I'm going to use the length. What divine feminine energy wishes to be present with me on this day, wants to share a message, and the energy that I can connect to at this time. I want to get a really clear answer, so I'm just going to hone in real quick. Really clear answer. Really clear message, rather. Divine feminine energy wishes to be present with me on this day for understanding myself in the highest and greatest light. Understanding myself in the highest and greatest light. I think I'm going to go with that one that jumped. I've never seen this one before. I'll read it out to you. Catherine Labour. I don't know. You guys pronounce that to me. I've never seen this divine feminine before. Maybe you know her. I don't know. I'm going to be learning her for the first time today. She is the patroness of miraculous healing. I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. I'm going to place you right there. That's beautiful. And I think she's pointing to Mother Mary in there. Oh my gosh, look at that little thing, if you can see it, that she's pointing to. That is definitely Mother Mary in there. Which I do have, I think all feminine have a somewhat of a divine connection to her. I think it's ceremonial, spiritual in and of itself. But I'm going to read a little bit about this Miss Catherine, see what she has to say. I'm just going to go to see where she's at in the book. There's a table of contents to see where she's at. Let's see, page 48. It's number 12. Bill's number 3. And 3 is all about the triad, of course, but bringing things together to make a whole. So rounded out balance today with this patroness of miraculous healing. Says Catherine Labour embodies our capacity to facilitate our own healing. Catherine was born in Côte d'Or-France in 1806 when she was 9 years old. She picked up a statue of the Virgin Mary after her mother's funeral and said with a kiss, "Now you will be my mother." As a young woman, she became a member of the nursing the nursing order of Saint Vincent de Paul in Paris. She chose this order after she had a vision of Saint Vincent's heart in the church of Rue de Boc. In 1830, Catherine had a vision of Mary standing in the Vesica Pisces with rays of light streaming out of the center of her open palms. She asked Mary in the vision why some of the rays don't reach the earth, and Mary explained, "Those are the graces for which people forget to ask." Catherine was instructed to create a miraculous medal based on the vision of Mary. All who wear them, it is believed, will receive great graces. St. Catherine's miraculous medal became wildly popular among all sects of Christianity. It is worn by millions of Christians all over the world to this day. Wow, that is where that comes from. If you've ever seen anybody wearing that medallion around their neck, this is the lady who brought that into light. Wow, I'm getting chills all over. That's impactful. Makes me want one. Maybe I'll call that. I am calling that in. I really want that. That sounds amazing. Says, when your soul selects her card, which it did, I felt really called to that card. It hopped for me, and that kind of was like my symbol for picking that card for myself. It says, it can feel effortless to ask for what loved ones need. We can fall on our knees at times to pray for the health and highest possible outcome for our beloved children and partners or friends. What's often far more difficult is asking for all that we need. For many of us, lack of self-worth can get in the way of realizing that we can ask for so much more, and that ultimately there is no difference between praying for our own needs and the needs of our loved ones. There are so many miracles, graces, and blessings that don't arrive simply because we don't ask for them. Spirit is ethical. Spirit doesn't interfere with our intrinsic right to choose our own adventure story. Free will is ours, so we have to ask for Spirit to intervene in the effort of our own healing. Ask and you will find. This is the spiritual truth, and also suffering is optional. Suffering doesn't glorify us or make us more holy. At any point, we can ask for the highest possible good to shower down on us. We can ask to be healed in ways we can even imagine by handing that healing over to the divine. The healing might not arrive in the way we pictured being healed. Our lower back may still throb with pain. I laugh because mine has been, my lower back specifically around my hips have been just like miserable the last few days. Today I woke up and didn't feel as much pressure there, but it's funny that mentions that. And it says, but our hearts have shifted and there is a miraculous amount of light within our lives. If we can hand over attachment to what healing is going to look like, we can receive all blessings waiting for us. It says the soul voice meditation, which to me is like an inquiry, a contemplation. It says, what can I ask for help in healing? And then again, it rephrases or reframes the intention of this card is, I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. So, interestingly enough, and like I said, I wanted to do more of these cards, but because I don't want to make this too much of a longer video, I'm going to pop you up to see my face. What is funny to me is I have been and always notice, because I too do tend to be a bit self-aware of what is happening within my body, what's happening within my immediate reality. And like I mentioned, the past few days, I had this intense pain, like as if in my mind, I immediately go to, okay, what has recently happened that's made me feel like I can't release my emotions? Because to me, I self-reflect, and if my hips are tight or if something is going on that portion or that part of my body, there's some sort of emotion that's maybe stuck or stagnant. So I started to believe or feel like I was not allowing myself to release certain emotions. But today, again, I'm waking up and feeling a lot less stiff, a lot less stagnant, even though it doesn't really feel like I've been doing a lot of like releasing my emotions in maybe a way that would make my hips and stuff feel the way that they were and that they are now. So it leads me to believe, especially with reflecting on what was just mentioned, is sometimes we don't even understand. We're not supposed to understand, and certain things aren't necessarily meant for us to just grasp. We live through for the experience, and we live in the presence of it rather than trying to question it and understand it on a level that doesn't even necessarily need our attention like that. So what I'm reflecting on in this is maybe there was a sense of healing that I didn't necessarily know was going to be happening in my body, and maybe the pain and stuff was the things in and of itself moving through me that I needed to move through without me having to pay so much attention to it, which is a beautiful thing, because the last like week or two, there were things that came up for me that were a little bit more challenging, and maybe that's why I was feeling this. And even me asking these questions right now isn't necessarily me asking them to dive deeper into that, because it's the process again in and of itself that I am already working through, and possibly have already been working through on a very subconscious level, on a very like spirit-based level, because again, I'm waking up not as tense or stifled, or I don't feel as like restrictive in at least the mid portion of my body where my hips and my lower back meet. So that's just food for thought there. And I want to not necessarily go into too much more of this video with all of that, but I do want to pull one specific card for you. So if you have stayed this far, I feel called to do that. So I hope that you also too feel that this is a special moment for both of us. And I want to pull a card from you from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. So stay tuned, and if you want to, before I switch over into the next shot and with this deck, just hold an intention for what it is that you are looking to receive from this message. All right, so holding your intention in your heart, just breathe into this moment with me. I want to introduce to you this deck, Believe in Your Own Magic, and it's by Amanda Lovelace. I picked this deck at a time in my life where I was transitioning into a greater place within myself and just felt really called to it. So I hope that has some sort of resonance for you. And if it doesn't, then just hold on tightly. We will pull the card and see what maybe there is to uncover in this, or just to receive a beautiful message from your higher self or divine spirit. So cleansing and clearing this deck with the highest and greatest good, bringing in the awareness of this present moment and a truth for our connection to be divine and in love and light energy. I bless this deck to bring in clarity, understanding, and presence to my highest and greatest good. And I would want to work this deck today. Yeah, I think we're going to do it this way. So again, hold on to your intention, and pay attention. So we can pull a card for the collective or whoever is receiving this message today. What is the most important message that we can share to the viewers and anyone looking to receive a message from this deck as we believe in our own magic, as we move forth into the new year, as we shine brightly with our truth. Go for it. Actually, two of them. And the messages are Throne. Wow, love this one. I've pulled that for a friend before. It's so beautiful. And then the other one is Clover. Wow, this one's beautiful. So Throne, number 45, if that number is significant to you, that could also represent number 9. So final stages of endings, things transforming, moving to their final stages is what I'm trying to say. And number 3, we have another 3 there. Yay! So Throne says your potential is endless, and then Clover says release your guilt. For anybody who is contemplating their worth, trying to dive deeper into themselves and maybe just need that little extra oomph, I would say to you that there is a sense of something you're not able to, or you haven't been able to really get over. And there's a message for you of checking in with your heart at this time, because you're meant for greatness and you're ready to up level. There's just one thing that you're in a stage of. So there's so many stages of grief, because grief is such a power of things coming up, moving through, transforming, healing. There's so much to it that it's never a one straight line. But I think you're in the final throes of it. In the final throes of this, and what I'm trying to really get at is that there's one last thing that you're needing to release in order for you to feel like you're at this, you can see this, maybe even hope in the distance, or you're feeling the sense of hope and you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. And I don't necessarily mean to make that super grim or anything, because this is more so just a reminder that just keep going on the path that you're going and continue to fulfill this sense of self-love and self-care and nurturance, because whatever it is that you're releasing is right now, and that you're instructed to release and that you are being guided to release, is the last thing on the journey in order to get back to a place that maybe you have felt powerful before. There's a lot of things transforming for you, and I think in order to release a bit of stagnant energy, you've got to understand that you come first, and that anything leading up to this point has only been because you've maybe relied on the resources from others to tell you where you're at, or to tell you who you are, or to tell you what you're supposed to do or how it's supposed to look. And there's no shame in trusting somebody if you're doing it from your heart space and you feel like it's in your highest intention to be guided from someone who you feel like may have helpful information, but you can't be down on yourself because you maybe ended up being misled. That's not on you. That is something you need to release in order to get back to a place of I'm actually now in a better space because I understand that I have a greater sense of compassion and a greater sense of empathy and a greater sense of trust. That doesn't mean that I can't trust again. That doesn't mean that I can't honor somebody else again. It just means that now I understand where I can be a little bit more boundaried up so that I can become again in a space of presence and power that I have always been in. That this was just something that I needed to heal through because it helps me be stronger because of it. And I know that's a lot. That may be a lot. That also may be really heavy, but yeah, just take that for what it is, and I hope that resonates with you. But that is the message for you, and I can also very much empathize and relate to many situations like this in my life. And not too long ago, I also was dealing with this. So congratulations to both you and I for making it through whatever this is and what I went through, but also whatever this means for you. I just want to congratulate you for being such a strong person, and that sometimes that power goes unnoticed. And just know that I see you and I feel you so greatly, that you deserve to have every single thing that you want in life, because you are coming from your heart space. And I know you are a heart-centered person. I can feel that greatly from you. So again, take that for what it is, and I'll leave that right there. All right, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me to do some tidying up mind, body, and spirit wise while I checked in with not only myself, but also now the viewers. Anybody who received the card message, thank you for being a part of that and allowing me to channel into you and your energy at the most beautiful and present time in history, which is now and always now and now thereafter. So again, if you have enjoyed and listened and watched this far, don't forget to give me a subscribe, thumbs up, maybe comment some of your experiences, and if you received this message, what it meant for you to receive the message. And I look forward to seeing you in more videos like these in the future. Namaste!